This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Audible. Coming up on Destructoid, we've got the details on the Payday The Heist and Left 4 Dead crossover. Australia is finally getting some proper sexy, violent, dirty, nasty video games, and rebel spies have stolen top secret Xbox 720 plans. And we have them right now on Destructoid.
Hey there, welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I'm Max Scoville.
And I'm back!
You are back. Welcome back, Tara.
Thank you. It has been a full 2 weeks since I was here for a studio episode, which is crazy to think about. I was down in Texas for a friend's wedding. P.S. Fernando and Soleil forever. And I got you a little something.
You did?
I did.
What did you get me?
Okay. I got you a baby.
Wow.
It swims in the water.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen.
And
you got me a night terror.
Yes.
What is this?
I also got you a book of extreme lions and tigers tattoos.
That is what I am all about.
Since I know you like the tigers.
Oh my God, I love animals so much.
Don't use them all at one time.
Oh, this is the best. All right.
Well, so it is very exciting to be back, and I've got some exciting news actually to start off with. I am proud to announce that Australia has finally caught up with the rest of the world and decided to introduce an R18+ rating for video games, effectively proving once and for all that violence is, in fact, the answer. The law was first proposed by the Australian Federal Parliament back in 2009, where it faced quite a bit of opposition from politicians who seemed to think that an MA 15+ rating was good enough. Well, it turns out it's not good enough, and science has proven that people really, really like violence, which I could have told you, just saying. I'm a scientist. But a lot of games have managed to bypass that 15+ law over the years, despite their high amounts of violence. Dead Island, of course, and Dead Space 2 are two recent ones that come to mind. Which kind of shows you just how inconsistent the system has actually been. So pending approval from individual states and territories, an R18+ rating is going to be in effect on January 1st, 2013, allowing video games intended for a mature audience, meaning 15 or older, to be sold in Australia. Any games that were previously banned by the government are going to be eligible for reclassification 2 years after their original rating decision. So, needless to say, a lot of the classics will be playable as soon as the law passes. And because I really like lists, I compiled a list of banned games that everyone in Australia should play now that they are legally able to do so.
Oh boy.
Number 1, Singles, Flirt Up Your Life. This is an educational and surprisingly terrible video game that teaches you how to build a lasting relationship by clicking a button that says flirt over and over again. To think that the people of Australia have lived without this information for so long. Sickens
How do they
me.
procreate without flirt buttons?
I don't know. Number 2, 50 Cent Bulletproof.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell
Until
yes.
now, Australia has only had access to the PSP version, 50 Cent Bulletproof G-Unit Edition. But now players are going to have access to the full console version without that terrible vitamin water mini game they included in the PSP one.
Yo, Fitty, hit that big ass
Yes.
ramp. Also the sequel, Blood on the Sand.
Oh, also a good one. I think that
the
is
third
available
one,
in Australia, though.
Blood on the Snow, which is the snowboarding one.
The lesser heard. So number 3, Narc, the video game, because drugs are cool, and anyone who says otherwise is lying. Also, don't do drugs. Last but not least, we've got The Witcher 2, which I realize already has a censored version in Australia, which is bullshit because they don't let you accept sex as a reward. And why even play video games?
No, that's I don't know what The Witcher without the sexiness is.
Shut it down.
That's not the that's not Geralt of Rivia. That's some other guy with the top knot.
Geraldo Rivia?
Geralt of Rivia.
Geraldo Rivera.
Geraldo Rivera.
Is how you pronounce it.
I was talking about the character in The Witcher, but sure, whichever.
okay.
So, a few weeks back, we told you guys about how there was talk of a crossover project between Left 4 Dead and Payday The Heist, and considering that one is a 4-player co-op game about killing zombies and the other is a 4-player co-op game about robbing banks, this seemed like a pretty solid idea. Last week, a trailer showed up briefly on YouTube for Payday No Mercy Hospital. It was quickly taken down, but IGN managed to snag it before then, and the trailer shows off a good chunk of action gameplay and kind of sets the stage for how this crossover is going to be working. The video had a description that summed it up nicely. They said, "Have you ever wondered how the Left 4 Dead series began?" Obviously, it would probably be some kind of zombie outbreak, but apparently, it started with a heist. Now, one might think this means that Payday the Heist No Mercy Hospital will act as a prequel to Left 4 Dead and that it'll tell the origin story of the whole zombie outbreak, but unfortunately, Valve's Chet Falasek was quick to dismiss that. Chet told Kotaku, "This is a 100% overkill-made mission for Payday the Heist, simply set in No Mercy Hospital from the Left 4 Dead series. It is not telling the origins of the infection, and it is not canon. There is little cameo for one of the Left 4 Dead characters and a fun little Easter egg with a payoff later in Left 4 Dead. So that would explain why there are no zombies in this game trailer. It's just borrowing the Mercy Hospital level from Left 4 Dead. I can understand Valve's need to protect their brand, though pulling off a heist while fending off zombies would make for some pretty fun gameplay. Anyway, that is headed to PS3 and PC sometime later this year, though there's no official release date yet, but it's a neat idea.
Yeah, a little disappointing to hear. I thought there would be a little bit more crossover there, but
it's kind of a neat idea having like one game borrowing a level from a similar game. It'd be kind of cool to see that. You know?
I could see that. It's a good start, if anything. So this is probably pretty old news by now, but I'm going to talk about it anyway because fuck it. A 56-page document leaked to TheVerge.com over the weekend, which claims to provide a 5-year business plan for Microsoft Xbox, including some details about the upcoming Xbox 720.
Dun, dun, dun!
So as with most leaked information, there's a chance that it could all just be entirely fabricated, though that would be a lot of effort to go through just for a hoax. Although the document is dated from 2010, so even if it is legit, a lot of the information is probably outdated. But hey, let's speculate anyway, because that's fun. According to the document, Microsoft's next console is going to be launching holiday season 2013 for the low price of $299, and it's going to come standard with Blu-ray functionality, DVR integration, interestingly enough, full 3D output, and support for paid television distribution. It also claims that the new console is going to be 6 to 8 times more powerful than the Xbox 360, and it's going to be low power enough to include some kind of always-on functionality, as well as allow for application multitasking. So theoretically, you could be playing a game on the screen and recording a show on your DVR in the background, which actually sounds pretty cool. In addition to those features, the document also makes mention of a Kinect 2.0, which is said to be launching alongside the new console. It's going to be providing an incremental improvement over the current Kinect hardware, and they say it's going to allow for 4-player tracking, improved voice recognition, a higher quality RGB camera, and a new recognition system that apparently will allow people to play sitting and standing without having to rearrange their living rooms. So there you have it. And because Microsoft has caught on that gamers just love 3D hands-free things, the Kinect 2 is also apparently going to be unveiling Microsoft's first attempt at augmented reality, codenamed the Fortaleza glasses, or they also call them the Kinect glasses in the document. Those are set to release post-console launch sometime around 2014. And according to the document, they're going to allow multiple people to experience hands-free true 3D by connecting through a smartphone that's been synced with the Xbox 720 over Wi-Fi. So basically, the future means just living in one giant cloud.
I want glasses.
I want glasses
that
too.
Sounds
I want a cowboy
crazy.
in my living room.
I don't want to be in reality anymore. I just want to put on glasses and look like I'm in the future.
I'm sick of it too, Max. I'm sick of it too.
I don't want to be me.
Just a couple more years now. Anyway, there's plenty more information where all this came from, and although the packet has been taken down due to copyright infringement, I would venture to guess that a simple Google search will tell you everything you want to know. What do you make of all this, huh? Do you think this is realistic projections?
Well, again, it's information from what, 2010? So it could have changed. I think a lot of that is a very safe bet, and a lot of it does seem like the direction that Microsoft's going with things anyway.
Yeah, the glasses-free stuff, like
that's the part that's
I don't think it's necessarily caught on yet, but with Google's glasses coming up, I can see why they felt the need
that's all concept
to do
stuff.
that.
I think the TV stuff that ties in very well with all the multimedia stuff that Xbox is pushing, and they want to replace the cable box. So anyway, speaking of TV. With the magic of the internet and the fact that it can provide quality original programming, like this fine show you're watching right now, it can be easy to forget that regular TV is still out there, and it is. So here's a piece of news about it. CBS, the network famous for such culturally relevant programming as Survivor and The Amazing Race, those are still on 12 years later, as well as the ill-fated Shit My Dad Says TV adaptation of the hit Twitter feed, they've got another runaway success on their hands. Draw Something, the TV show.
I can't wait.
know, yeah, that's right. The same Draw Something that was wildly popular with smartphone users earlier this year. You might remember the big news when social gaming giant Zynga bought Draw Something's creator studio OMG Pop for a whopping $200 million. And you might also remember how shortly thereafter Draw Something's community saw a drop of around 4 million users. So basically people got bored of it and stopped playing it. Well, always with their finger on the pulse of the society or whatever, CBS has teamed up with Zynga to create a pilot for this smartphone-based game show. Apparently there was a bidding war for the rights, and CBS beat out Sony Pictures Television and Ryan Seacrest Productions, though Ryan Seacrest somehow managed to jump on board as an executive producer. I know, look at him, he's just...
Yeah. How much mascara is he wearing?
I don't know, probably as much as me. Anyway, the show is said to feature celebrities and contestants playing Draw Something in front of a live studio audience, and people watching from home would theoretically be able to join in somehow. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just
words to say about this. I foresee it getting canceled after the pilot.
I could see maybe it not just doing so hot, but hey, who knows, you know?
Are they gonna have people actually on their cell phones on the show?
I imagine they'll rig up some ridiculous set, you know,
like,
with giant cartoony paintbrushes in the background.
This is gonna fail harder than Draw Something.
Anyway, let's take a word from our sponsor.
Let's do that. Audible.com is the leading provider of downloadable digital audiobooks and spoken word entertainment. They've got over 100,000 audiobooks to choose from to be downloaded to your iPod or MP3 player and played back anywhere, anytime. You can choose from books in every genre, including science fiction, thrillers, drama, business, history. They've even got a pretty good selection of stand-up comedy, which I happened to make heavy use of on my road trip last week. Even better, Destructoid viewers can get their first audiobook completely free by going to audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid and signing up. Again, that is audiblepodcast.com/Destructoid, and every sign up helps support the show, so go do it.
Go support
And reading
the
is
show.
good for your brain, I hear.
Reading is good for your ears.
Yes.
Audiobooks.
Back to the show. So, if Max's Draw Something story wasn't proof enough, it's a pretty slow news day today. That is expected to change tonight, though, as Microsoft is going to be holding a mysterious press event down in LA that they haven't told anyone about yet, and we're all speculating. So the internet, of course, the master of speculation, suggests that it could be related to the smart glass technology that they revealed back at E3, which kind of makes sense. Some websites are reporting that Microsoft might reveal their own Xbox-branded tablet. There was something leaked on the information about Xbox Surface.
Ooh.
I don't know. While some other more boring websites seem to think that their announcements will just be related to the Windows 8 tablet and nothing more. There's also been some evidence that Microsoft could be unveiling a new e-reader as part of their recent partnership with Barnes & Noble, but a rep from Barnes & Noble declined the rumor, saying, quote, "We are not participating." So, God, so boring. If it's gaming related, we'll be sure to tell you guys about it on Wednesday, and if it's not, then let's never speak of this again. But until then, is there any rampant speculation that you'd like to throw out there?
I think there's a pretty good chance it's going to be the Forza Horizon glasses, or the Tortellini glasses, the space goggles from the Xbox 720 that we saw earlier in the show.
That
probably not going to be the case.
There's probably like a 0% chance of that. Personally, you know, something that's always bothered me is this misnomer of hands-free gaming. Kinect is not hands-free. You have to use your hands. It's hands-on. So, as a lazy person and gamer, I would like to see Microsoft finally go full hands-free and just introduce something where you can control it with your mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about just like...
Nobody's ever thought of this before, so I understand that it's completely revolutionary.
What about just like a movie where you just watch it, you know, and then just, you're like, whoa, if you, like, you...
That's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who would watch that? That's stupid.
Movies are stupid. They
Max.
like boring games. They're so linear. Anyway, if you guys watched Friday's show, you might recall that we've got a contest going on, but Tara wasn't here, so I figured I'd go over the rules again for Tara's sake.
Thank you.
We've got 10 Lollipop Chainsaw prize packs to give away, which includes some sort of normal prizey stuff like t-shirts and megaphones, and also some really weird stuff like disembodied head keychains and bloody pom-poms and an autographed photo of Juliet Starling herself. To win one of these, we need you guys to send in your best Lollipop Chainsaw knockoff title. So just take one food item and one weapon and combine them. So like Fluffernutter hockey stick or pizza whistle sniper rifle. I don't know.
Poop bat.
Poop isn't food. That's terrible. That's awful.
Fuck it, I'm going with it.
Cookie bat.
Poop bat.
Oh, You're terrible. Anyway, send those to cookies at destructoid.com by this Thursday, the 22nd at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. We will, sorry, poop bat. We will announce the winners on Friday's show. Unfortunately, this is U.S. only. Apologies, but shipping costs and things. But just do that. Maybe I'll do photoshops of the winner. I can't believe you said poop bat. That's horrible.
Yeah, I kind of
That's
regret
like
it now.
the worst animal.
I borrowed Lollipop Chainsaw from Anthony, so I'm going to be playing that this week, which is exciting. I heard he kind of liked it.
Well, I mean, it's
go check out his review. He
Yeah.
did it. He did the thing. And that is all the time we have for today's show, unfortunately. If you guys like us, you should go follow us on Twitter. I'm Tara Longest. He is Max Scoville, and together we are Detroit Show. And if you don't like us, just go follow us anyway and tweet mean things or something.
Let's get in a
better
fight.
than nothing. Are you enjoying that, baby?
It's so horrible. Why did you get this?
All right. We'll see you guys here on Wednesday.